Next, I would like to ask Barry Lofton to step forward. We honor a leader whose work has expanded opportunity not just on one campus, but across an entire state. For more than 37 years, Barry has lived the TRIO mission with uncommon consistency and courage. At the University of Central Oklahoma, he serves as Executive Director and Principal Investigator for 14 TRIO and Gear Up grants, reaching more than 3,000 K-12 college, adult, and veteran learners statewide. For 25 years, he has led the University of Central Oklahoma's TRIO programs and built partnerships that remove barriers to access, persistence, and completion. His leadership is both strategic and hands-on. He founded and directed the University of Central Oklahoma's Office of Diversity and Inclusion for over 7 years. He negotiated institutional policies to waive application and orientation fees for TRIO students. He secured tuition waivers for summer bridge scholars, and he helped establish an upward-bound scholarship at University of Central Oklahoma. He's also the Colleague Admissions Officers Call First, collaborating to host large-scale TRIO recruitment and campus visit events that have supported 3 consecutive record freshman classes and strengthened the university's talent pipeline. But Barry's influence extends well beyond his campus. As a statewide and regional advocate through the Oklahoma Division of Student Assistance, SWASAP, and the COE Board of Directors, he has elevated standards, sharpened our focus, and reminded us that professionalism is not a posture, it's a promise to students. Under his leadership, ODSA received the COE Board Chair Sustained Excellence in Advocacy Award, reflecting his ability to align vision, people, and policy. And in a master class on strategic advocacy, he transformed Oklahoma's TRIO Day from a rally on the Capitol steps to a civic engagement showcase inside the legislative chambers, bringing more than 800 students and staff into the very room where decisions are made, the room where it happens. He didn't just ask for a seat at the table, he built a new table and made sure students' voices were heard. As those who've served alongside him, and you'll hear the same themes, Barry's a student first and relationship centered. He makes students feel seen and ensures they belong on the other side of the door he opens. He's a fierce delegator who builds inclusive teams, raises the bar for professionalism, and creates a culture where creativity and accountability thrive. And he's never far from the work of mentorship, sponsoring staff memberships, stewarding University of Central Oklahoma's institutional commitment to COE, and designing experiences that link classroom learning to clear, navigable pathways for students for college success. If you've been to a TRIO gathering with Barry, you've seen it. People cross the room to greet him, evidence of the community he's cultivated across our nation. For the next generation of TRIO leaders, Barry leaves a blueprint. Keep students at the center, pair data with human connection, build coalitions that outlast any one grant cycle, and never forget the 5 Ps he lives by. Proper planning prevents poor performance. That credo has guided everything from state health advocacy to the quiet logistics that make programs work day after day. Barry, your career proves that sustained leadership can institutionalize opportunity. On behalf of COE and the entire TRIO community, thank you for opening doors and for staying on the other side to welcome students in. Barry, I am honored to present you with the 2025 Walter O. Mason Award.
Good afternoon. Oh, we can do better than that. Good afternoon. All right. I would like to thank COE Board Chair Mara Luna, COE Board of Directors, and COE President Kimberly Jones for this outstanding recognition. I was notified back in June. I've been waiting on this day for 3 months. And I've been absolutely nervous for 3 months. I would like to acknowledge my fellow Walter O. Mason Award recipients. Your work is appreciated, and you deserve this prestigious award. Congratulations, my friends. I am humbled and honored to be recognized as a Walter O. Mason Award recipient. This is by far the highest honor ever bestowed on me. I will cherish this moment forever. At the University of Central Oklahoma, UCO, we host 14 TRIO and Gear Up programs. We serve over 3,000 students each year with an annual budget of over $4.6 million. Obviously, we have great support of our UCO administration to pursue TRIO and Gear Up grants. In fact, the president of UCO, Mr. Todd G. Lamb, took time out of his busy schedule to be here today to celebrate with us. How special is that? He is a longtime TRIO supporter. Back in 2012, then Oklahoma Lieutenant Governor Todd Lamb presented the Oklahoma TRIO Day proclamation to hundreds of TRIO students and staff at our annual TRIO Day program at the Oklahoma State Capitol. Thank you, sir, for your appreciation of TRIO programs. Yes, give me a round of applause. My Vice President, Christopher Lynch, and former Provost, Dr. John Barthel are here. Let me do that again. My Vice President, Christopher Lynch, and former Provost, Dr. John Barthel, are here. Both are huge TRIO supporters. Dr. Barthel has been an advocate of UCO TRIO programs since our inception 25 years ago. Thank you guys for your continued support of TRIO programs. A big thank you to my talented and passionate TRIO and Gear Up team for your commitment to our students and your respective programs. Y'all are making me look good. And I love looking good. Thank you, guys. How ironic is this story? My first job out of college in the late 80s, I was 12 years old. For those of you doing the math, I was 12 years old. I was hired as a counselor on a federal grant serving first-generation low-income students at Frederick Douglass High School in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The principal of the school was Walter O. Mason III. Yep. The son of the great Walter O. Mason Jr. How about that? Hanging out with Walter O. Mason's son. I just didn't know how popular Walter O. Mason was back then. Just like his father, he was a gifted educator, beloved and respected. He loved working with and for students. The fact that Walter O. Mason Jr. was from Oklahoma City and I am from Oklahoma City makes this award that even more special. How ironic is this story? When COE hired Kimberly Jones in 2007, one of her first major assignments was to work with me. I know, poor Kim, poor Kim. Together, we met with Trio champion Oklahoma U.S. Congressman Tom Cole's team to defeat Ed's absolute priority that required double recruitment of overbound students to populate a study. You guys remember that, right? Of course, we won that fight, and we are going to win today's fight. So, 18 years later, Kimberly Jones is the president of COE. Woohoo! And 18 years later, Barry Lofton is a Walter O. Mason recipient. As the rapper Kool Moe Dee would say, how you like me now? Growing up, I knew I wanted to help least advantaged students just like me. Opening doors, changing lives, the transformative power of education is what I believed in as a child. I just didn't have a fancy conference theme to promote my thoughts. Serving Trio students comes easily for me. Number one, I am Trio. I see hundreds of little Barry Loftons out there. Number two, I grew up first generation in low income. Number three, I had great support of my parents, teachers, the church, and the community. I was taught to respect, honor, and value people from all backgrounds. I was taught to be a servant leader. I was taught to be patient, understanding, and loving. I was taught to help the last, the least, the lost, and the left out. I was taught to wrap my arms around the community with dignity. I was taught each one, teach one. I was taught, son, always do the right thing. I was taught it happens after prayer. I try to apply all these principles when serving Trio students on a daily basis. All those principles I was taught, I tried to share them and apply them to Trio and Gear Up students. I would like to thank a few of my mentors, Dr. Arnold Mitchum, the one and only Dr. Arnold Mitchum, a living legend. Oh, he's over there. One day we were eating, and out of the blue, he says, I love it when we meet and hang out. And I was like, wow, thank you, sir. I didn't know you felt that way about me. Dr. Mitchum looked up from his plate and said, Lofton, I was talking to the steak. Seriously, Dr. Mitchum, you are my hero. I love learning from you, and I love meeting with you. Lucy Jones, the regs and legs guru. When you guys need information, you guys go to Hey Google, Hey Siri, Hey Alexa. Well, when I need information, I go to Hey Lucy. Hey Lucy Jones, can I do this? Hey Lucy Jones, what does the reg say about that? Thank you, Lucy Jones, for always being there for me when I have questions. Dr. Gandhi Kamatuka. Woo-hoo! Mr. Randolph Holly. Thank you guys for always keeping me fully present and professional. And professional. Especially when you convinced me to use a credit card to pay my fair share contribution and not pay it with that old Purple Crown Royal bag filled with quarters. Oh, don't act like you never kept your car wash quarters in that Crown Royal bag back in the day. Laundromat quarters, too. In conclusion, I would like to thank the following folks for their support. Of course, the entire University of Central Oklahoma family. Shout out to our lead grant writer, Dr. Tori Arnold Harrell, for her talents. Oklahoma Trio legends, Al White, Chris Simpson, the late Anthony Blewett, Lucata Lawrence, Beanie Borkins, Suzanne Applin, Dr. Cheryl Doris, that list goes on and on and on. The incredible members of COE, SWASAP, and ODSA. Stephanie Smith, my life partner and best friend. Dr. Dwayne Donald, Melvin Harding, Dr. Donald Daphne, Dr. Herb Thomas. These are my back-in-the-day trio brothers. We chop it up about trio all the time. We're on this thread, and we just chop it up about trio all the time. I know there are many people that I left out, and I'm sorry for that omission. You know who you are. I appreciate you. I share this award with all of you, but I will be the one taking it home tonight.